They said the Viper was dead. They said America had moved on. They said the era of the raw, unfiltered rear-wheel drive supercar with a monstrous engine up front was finished. And then Dodge did something that nobody in this industry saw coming. They brought the snake back, and this time it bites harder than anything that has ever worn this name before. Welcome to Premium Automotive Reviews, the channel that never takes the easy road when it comes to understanding what a car truly represents. We do not just read you dimensions and horsepower numbers. We talk about what a car means, what it feels like to stand in front of it, what it says about the moment in automotive history we are living through right now. And this moment, this particular reveal, genuinely stopped us cold. So stay with us through this entire video, because there is a detail about the powertrain and a piece of technology built into this car that we are going to get to. And when we do, you will understand exactly why the 2026 Dodge Viper SRT is not just a comeback. It is a declaration. Let us start exactly where you cannot look away, the exterior. Because the first time you see this car, whether it is rolling down a highway at night with the city glowing behind it or sitting under the white marble lighting of a showroom, the reaction is the same. Your brain registers danger before your eyes can even process the details. That is intentional. That is design language doing exactly what it is supposed to do. The front face of this new Viper SRT is a masterwork of aggression made sophisticated. Gone is the simple, brutish snout of the previous generation. In its place is a structured, layered front end that combines a wide, oval mesh grille set low and centered, flanked by vertical LED light bars that run from the headlights straight down through the front fascia, like two bolts of white lightning frozen in place. The hood rises dramatically, punctuated by multiple functional vents and a broad carbon fiber center stripe that runs the full length of the car. Those vent openings are not decorative. They are pulling heat from one of the most serious engines ever stuffed into an American production car, and we will get there. The deep candy apple red paint on this prototype is the kind of finish that looks different in every light. Under fluorescent showroom lighting, it burns like an ember. Under city streetlights at night, it turns almost black, with hints of crimson fire underneath. It is one of those colors that makes the car feel alive, even when it is standing completely still. And the body itself, those sculpted rear haunches, the side coves with their carbon fiber vent treatments, the way the roofline drops into that fastback rear with the carbon accent stripe, all of it communicates one thing without saying a single word: speed. Undeniable, unapologetic American speed. The wheel and tire package on this car deserves its own moment of appreciation. Custom-forged multi-spoke rims with machined faces and a red lacquered outer barrel finish that echoes the body color, wrapped in Michelin Pilot sport tires that look wide enough to embarrass an aircraft carrier. Massive red brake calipers sit behind those spokes, and they are not there for show. At the rear, a full carbon fiber diffuser dominates the lower bumper, channeling air with the kind of efficiency you expect from purpose-built track machines. Quad exhaust outlets emerge from that diffuser, round and polished. And even at idle, they make a sound that rewires something deep in your nervous system. Now, step inside. And this is where the 2026 Viper SRT does something genuinely unexpected. Because the previous Viper's interior was famously basic. It was a driver's car, meaning the interior was there to hold you in place while the engine did its thing, and everything else was considered unnecessary weight. That philosophy is still very much alive here, but it has been elevated in a way that feels earned rather than forced. The cabin is draped in deep crimson leather and Alcantara suede. Every seat surface, every door panel, every stitched quilted panel carries this two-tone treatment in red and near black that creates a cockpit feeling of incredible drama and focus. The carbon fiber steering wheel sits in your hands with that perfect diameter that reminds you this is a tool first, a luxury item second. ACR badging on the wheel center connects this car directly to the legendary American club racing heritage that made the Viper a track record holder at circuits around the world. The instrument cluster retains analog-style gauges, which in 2026 is actually a statement of confidence. Not every car needs to go full digital dashboard to feel modern. The Viper says its performance is real enough that you can measure it the old-fashioned way, with a needle sweeping across a dial. The central infotainment screen is embedded cleanly into the carbon fiber center stack, displaying the Dodge ACR branding on startup, with a clarity and sharpness that brings the technology fully into the present, without compromising the raw character of the cockpit. And there is something about the way this interior smells, the leather, the carbon, the mechanical presence of everything around you, that simply does not exist in any other car at any price point. You cannot recreate that. It either has it or it does not. The 2026 Viper SRT has it in abundance. Now let us talk about what makes this car something genuinely historic, and the reason this video might be the most important automotive content you watch this year. The powertrain. The 2026 Dodge Viper SRT is confirmed to produce 400 horsepower. Let that register for a moment. 1,400 horsepower in a rear-wheel drive American sports car. This is not a hybrid number, not a combined system output measured under optimistic conditions. This is what happens when engineers who grew up worshiping the original Viper V10 are handed a modern supercharged platform and told to finish the sentence that started in 1992. The engine is a supercharged V8 in this new generation, a departure from the iconic V10 that powered every previous Viper. And that decision was clearly not made lightly. But the result speaks for itself. The sound coming out of those 4 exhaust pipes is operatic in the most violent way possible. It does not whisper, it does not suggest, it commands. The torque curve on this engine is the kind that makes sport modes in other cars feel apologetic. The chassis has been completely re-engineered from the ground up to handle this level of output with some degree of daily usability. Adaptive magnetic ride control suspension manages the balance between track-ready stiffness and real-world compliance in a way that the original Viper could never achieve. You can drive this car to the grocery store without feeling like you are piloting a race car on a public road, and then 30 seconds after leaving the parking lot, you can remind yourself why grocery store trips have never felt this good. Driver assistance technology on the 2026 Viper SRT is present but deliberately minimal. There is traction control, launch control, stability management, and a performance data recorder built in so you can review your own driving on track. What there is not is a collection of systems trying to take the driving experience away from you. Dodge understands their audience. The people who buy this car want to feel every input, every correction, every consequence. The safety net exists, but it never pretends to be the point. Pricing for the 2026 Dodge Viper SRT is positioned in the range of approximately $150,000 to $175,000 for the base configuration, with fully optioned ACR variants climbing meaningfully beyond that. In the context of 1,400 horsepower, full carbon fiber aerodynamic bodywork, and a handcrafted interior that rivals machines costing twice as much, that number represents something genuinely extraordinary in the performance car market. Who is this car for? It is for the person who looked at the direction the automotive world was heading, toward autonomous features and digital isolation and engineered-out driver involvement, and felt something being taken away. The 2026 Dodge Viper SRT is for the driver who still believes that the relationship between a human being and a high-performance machine should feel like a conversation, not a lecture. It is for the collector who wants something that will be remembered. It is for the enthusiast who does not need to be told what gear to select or when to brake. The Viper was never supposed to be comfortable. It was never supposed to be easy. It was supposed to be the most honest, most committed, most ferociously American interpretation of what a supercar could be. And this new generation, with its 1,400 horsepower, its carbon-drenched body, its crimson leather cockpit, and its absolute refusal to apologize for what it is, delivers on that promise in ways that the original could only dream of. The snake is back, and it is hungry. If this car moved something in you the way it moved us, drop a comment below and tell us whether you think the Viper SRT deserves its place at the top of the American performance hierarchy. If you want to be here when we go deeper into the track variants and the ACR package breakdown, subscribing to Premium Automotive Reviews is where that conversation happens. Like this video if you believe the Viper was always worth fighting for. We will see you on the next one.